This is the weekly reading for builders, people who tend to move through life through structure and foundation. This week's theme is about emerging or allowing yourself to be seen. Hi, I'm Lori, a tarot card reader and a spiritual counselor. And if you're new here, builders are people who move through life through creating structure and stability. That's their jam. And in the tarot, that connects to the suit of pentacles. So if you're not sure if you're a builder or not, there's a free quiz in the description below. All right, let's look at the cards for my builders this week. And the theme for the week is emerging. It's about what are you stepping into? What are you being seen for? All right, let's see what the cards have to say. So for my builders, what's emerging is a sense of not seeing eye to eye with somebody, and what's emerging is your inner critic. So start to notice how your inner criticisms or your inner critic is becoming a little more active, because it's showing that if you would like more satisfaction and contentment in this relationship, you have to come back to that sense of hope and optimism. You've kind of let that go, and you have to look at, what are you trying to build? If you're trying to build camaraderie, it's not built with a criticism. So what's emerging this week is the recognition of your inner critic. And if you want to complete something, if you're trying to complete something or bring something to a close by this fall, and do it from a space of love, it's important for you to look at what kind of energy you're bringing into the situation. Would you like to continue to infuse this relationship and this situation with the energy of your inner critic? Or would you like to infuse this situation with a different kind of energy? What kind of energy are you bringing? What are you letting emerge? So to recalibrate, what you can do is you can get really present. Because typically when we're angry about something and we're thinking about the past, and when we're anxious about something, we're worried about the future. But when we're present at what is going on in front of us in that moment, those things fall away. So take a breath, get really present when you're in the presence of this person, and look at what is really unfolding. That's going to help you bring balance back. And it is showing it's going to begin to build that bridge of peace or neutrality back. It's the little things that you do or say, the little expressions that you give to someone. You know, one of the things I'm really lucky about is my dog is super, super sensitive to my energy. So if I even just get grumpy, she lets me know. So when I do look at her, I have to remember that same thing all the time. And it makes me just take a breath, look at her, and say, I love you. So when you're frustrated or you feel like you're not seeing eye to eye with somebody, take a breath, look at them, and try to look at them through the eyes of love, not the eyes of your inner critic. And you'll feel those feelings dissipate. So I would love to hear in the comments below, how active is your inner critic this week? Be honest. How active is your inner critic this week? Are you willing to see through the eyes of love? Remember, the biggest energy in the room wins. What kind of energy are you bringing into the room? And if you want to look deeper at this and figure out some tools to use to be able to shift and kind of work with that inner critic and release that inner critic, that's something I work one on one with people in spiritual counseling sessions for. And in readings, I can tell you how active that inner critic truly is in any of your situations. And that link to book is in the description below. Once again, tell me in the comments if you'd like, how active is your inner critic this week? My inner critic has been super, super active this week. And I've had to really, really take some deep breaths. So I understand. Ah, thank you for joining me. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. On Sunday, we'll start a new week of readings, and I'd love to have you there. I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.